If you're over 60 and worried that building or keeping muscle means spending a small fortune on powders, special meals, or expensive cuts of meat, breathe easy. I want to show you 7 inexpensive, widely available protein foods that are excellent for preserving strength and supporting real, usable muscle. They won't break the bank, and they're often more effective for older adults than flashy, costly supplements. Here's the straightforward truth I've seen again and again. After 50, we gradually lose muscle mass, and that loss speeds up with time. But the people who stay strong don't always spend more. They choose proteins their bodies can use well. Those choices often come from ordinary grocery shelves, not premium marketing. Today, I'll rank 7 budget-friendly protein sources, the kind you can buy for under a few dollars per serving. Explain why they work especially well for seniors, give practical ways to prepare them, and show you how small changes can make a big difference for strength, balance, and daily function. Let's begin from the top of the list and work down to the absolute budget winner. 7. Sardines, canned. If sardines make you pause, you're not alone. But for older adults on a budget who need high-quality protein and anti-inflammatory support, canned sardines are a surprising powerhouse. Why they matter? Sardines provide a complete protein, all 9 essential amino acids, and they're high in omega-3 fats. For seniors, omega-3s are particularly valuable because they help reduce low-grade inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown and interferes with recovery. What the evidence and experience show. Older adults who consume small, oily fish regularly tend to preserve grip strength and walking speed better than those who don't. That translates to more independence. Cost and convenience. A typical can cost around $1 to $2 depending on brand. They require no cooking and store easily. Perfect for keeping a steady protein supply in your pantry. How to use them. Mash with avocado for toast. Mix into pasta or a potato salad for extra protein. Add to scrambled eggs or make a quick sardine salad with lemon, herbs, and a little olive oil. Bonus, edible soft bones add calcium, supporting bone health, a crucial pairing with muscle for safer mobility. 6. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese often gets overlooked, but it's a top choice for seniors who want slow-release protein. Why it's great? It's rich in casein, a protein that digests slowly and supplies amino acids to muscles over several hours, especially helpful overnight when the body repairs itself. That steady supply helps overcome the lower anabolic response older muscles often show. Real-world benefits. Studies show that older adults who include casein before sleep can see meaningful improvements in muscle maintenance. Coupled with its high calcium, cottage cheese supports both muscle and bone. Cost and practicality. A 16-ounce container usually costs roughly $2 to $3 and yields multiple servings. Very inexpensive per gram of protein. How to serve. Eat it with berries and a sprinkle of nuts for a balanced snack. Blend into a smoothie for creaminess. Use it as a savory base with herbs, cucumber, and tomatoes. Tip. Choose full fat when possible for better absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and greater satiety. 5. Lentils. Lentils are one of the best plant proteins for both cost and nutrition. Why they work. A cooked cup delivers around 16 to 18 grams of protein, plus fiber, iron, and B vitamins. Importantly, lentils supply leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, and paired with grains or nuts through the day, they provide all essential amino acids. Why it's relevant for seniors. Iron and B vitamins support endurance and muscle function. Fiber feeds gut health, which helps nutrient absorption as we age. Cost and versatility. A pound of dry lentils is very cheap, often under $1.50, and stretches into many servings, making them one of the most affordable high-value options. How to prepare. Add to soups, stews, or make a lentil salad with olive oil and lemon. Use red lentils for quick, creamy dishes, green or brown for salads and bowls. Pro tip. Cook in batch and freeze portions. Quick reheat for busy days. 4. Canned tuna in water. Canned tuna is lean, digestible, and widely available. For seniors who want muscle without excess calories, it's a standout. Why it helps. A single 3-ounce serving gives roughly 20 to 22 grams of high-quality protein and all essential amino acids in a very absorbable form, an important consideration when digestive efficiency declines with age. Safety note. Choose light tuna and water to keep mercury levels lower. Rotate fish choices like tuna, sardines, and salmon. The FDA guidance supports moderate consumption of low-mercury seafood. Cost and use. At about $1 per can, it's one of the most cost-effective protein sources per gram. Ways to enjoy. Toss into salads or whole grain bowls. Make tuna patties with a little egg and whole grain crumbs. Mix with beans, herbs, and lemon for a quick high-protein spread. 3 eggs. Eggs remain one of the most complete, affordable proteins nature offers. Why eggs are special? They contain an exceptionally high-quality protein and a powerful nutrient profile, including leucine, vitamin D, and choline, that supports muscle growth and the brain-muscle connection important for balance. Why eat the whole egg? About half the protein and many nutrients live in the yolk. Studies show whole eggs after exercise produce a stronger muscle-building response compared to whites alone. Cost and practicality. A dozen can be very economical, with each egg often costing 15 to 30 cents, depending on region and type. How to prepare. Hard-boil a few for quick snacks. Make omelets with vegetables for a complete meal. Poach over whole grain toast. Gentle on digestion and easy to chew. Tip. Eggs are quick to prepare and highly versatile. Great for breakfast, lunch, or an evening protein boost. 2. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt offers a blend many seniors benefit from. Fast-acting whey plus slow-release casein in one food. What makes it effective? This combination gives an immediate amino acid spike after eating and a steady supply over hours. Perfect for muscle maintenance and recovery. Extra pluses. It delivers calcium for bone support and probiotics to help gut health, which improves nutrient absorption. Cost and convenience. A large container can be very cost-effective. Plain full-fat varieties avoid added sugars and support satiety. How to use it? Eat with berries and nuts for a complete snack. Use in smoothies as the protein base. Substitute for sour cream or creamy sauces in recipes. Evidence. Research shows older adults who incorporate Greek yogurt have better walking speed and leg strength over time. 1. Dried beans, best value. If you want one single food that combines price, protein, and long-term value, dried beans top the list. Why beans are the #1 value? Cooked beans provide a solid protein dose, complex carbs for steady energy, fiber for gut health, and minerals like iron and magnesium. They're anti-inflammatory in the context of a balanced diet and support nutrient absorption. Affordability. A pound of dried beans often provides many servings at pennies per serving, the lowest cost per gram of protein of almost any whole food. Why they matter for seniors. Regular legume consumption is associated with preserved muscle mass, better function, fewer hospitalizations, and improved independence in older adults. Beans also pair well with small amounts of animal protein to create complete meals without high cost. How to prepare and enjoy. Soak and slow cook a big batch. Freeze portions for the week. Add to soups, mash into spreads, or mix with grains for bowls. Try black beans in salads, chickpeas roasted for snacks, or navy beans mashed into spreads. Tip. Use a pressure cooker or instant pot to shorten cook time and make beans a practical daily option. Putting it together. Practical plan for the week. You don't need to overhaul your budget or your kitchen to make these foods work. Here's a simple weekly routine that mixes these proteins and keeps meals interesting. Breakfasts. Eggs 2 or 3 times. Greek yogurt with fruit another day. Lunches. Tuna or sardines on whole grain toast. Lentil or bean salads. Dinners. Simple legume soups. Chicken or fish with a side of beans. Snacks. Cottage cheese with fruit. Hard-boiled eggs, a can of sardines, or a small bowl of Greek yogurt. Rotate the proteins to balance nutrient intake and minimize any single-source exposure concerns, like mercury. Consistency matters more than perfection. Aim to include a high-quality protein at every meal. Extra tips for better results. Timing matters. Older muscles respond well to protein spaced through the day rather than a single large serving. Include leucine sources. Eggs, dairy, tuna, and beans supply leucine, which helps trigger muscle repair. Combine with light resistance activity. Even gentle chair exercises or short walks help direct protein towards muscle maintenance. Stay hydrated and get enough vitamin D/calcium. These support muscle and bone function when paired with protein. Shop smart. Buy canned fish, dried beans, and larger tubs of yogurt on sale. Portion and freeze to save time and money. Closing, small choices, big impact. You don't need premium marketing or overpriced products to keep strength after 60. The best muscle-building strategy is simple. Choose whole foods that your body can use, eat them regularly, and keep moving. Sardines, cottage cheese, lentils, canned tuna, eggs, Greek yogurt, and dried beans. These 7 foods give you high-quality protein, important micronutrients, and the best return on your grocery dollar. Start by adding 1 or 2 of them this week and notice how your energy, recovery, and daily strength respond. Which 2 will you try this week? Tell me in the comments where you're watching from, your age, and which of these foods you already use. I read every comment, and I'll share practical tips tailored to your situation. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more evidence-informed tips for staying strong on a budget. Share it with someone who could use a simple, affordable plan to keep living independently and well. Thanks for watching, and here's to staying strong, day after day.